Okay, guys, we are going to finish lesson 73, decoding two-syllable words. Let's prove this word. We're going to X the E, arc the CL blend, X the O, and X the E. Come back to our first working vowel. We have a consonant and a blend, so that follows decoding skill 2. 2 will split. Our E is going to be short. This follows phonetic skill 4, so our E is going to be silent and our O is going to be long. Our first syllable says in, our second syllable says close. This word is enclose. Say it with me, enclose. We put up a fence to enclose the dogs in the backyard. Let's look at this next word. We're going to X the E, X the A, X the E, come back to our first E, and we have one consonant, so one will run, and we're going to split it right here. Decoding skill 1 is what it follows. Our first syllable follows phonetic skill 3. Our second syllable follows phonetic skill 4, so we're going to mark that E silent, that A long. Our first syllable says fee. Our second syllable says male. That word is female. Say it with me, female. A female is another way to say girl. Let's look at this next word. We're going to X the I, X our E's. Come back to the first I. There's two consonants, so it follows decoding skill 2. We're going to split between the N and the D. This follows phonetic skill 1, so it's going to be short. We have phonetic skill 5 with the adjacent vowels, so that E is going to be silent, and that E is going to be long. Our first syllable says in. Our second syllable says deed. That word is indeed. Say it with me, indeed. Indeed, that is true. All right, let's look at the next word. We're going to X our E, X our A, X our I. Come back to our first working vowel. There's one consonant, one will run, so we're going to split right there. This follows phonetic skill 3, so it's going to be long. This follows phonetic skill 5, so we're going to mark our I silent and our A long. This first syllable says re, the second syllable says tain. The word is retain. Retain means to hold back. Let's look at our next word. These words are going to have rainbows in them. Going to X our E, X our A, X our E. We're going to come back. There's two consonants, so it follows decoding skill 2. 2 will split. Our E is short. This follows phonetic skill 4. Our E is going to be silent, but we have a GE, so it's going to make the J sound, so we're going to put a rainbow J, and our A is going to be long. Our first syllable says in. Our second syllable says gauge. The word is engage. I hope to engage you in learning. All right, let's prove our next word. We're going to X our E, X our E. Come back. There's one consonant, one will run, so we're going to split it right there. This is going to make the schwa sound, and our CE is going to make the rainbow S sound. And then this follows phonetic skill 2, so our E is short. Now, people say this different ways. The word is cement, or we say it cement. My driveway is made of cement. All right, let's look at these. This word here, we're going to arc our FR, X our I, X our A, X our Y. Come back to our first working vowel. We have one consonant, decoding skill 1, one will run. The first syllable follows phonetic skill 3, so our I is long. The second syllable follows the adjacent vowel rule, so we're going to mark out our Y and mark our A long. The first syllable says Friday. The second syllable says day. The word is Friday. Friday is the day before Saturday. Let's look at this next word. We're going to X our Y, arc our TH, it's voiceless. X our O. We're going to come back, and we can't split our TH, so we're going to follow phonetics or decoding skill 1. One will run. This Y is going to borrow the sound of I, and it's going to be long. And this O is going to follow phonetic skill 1. It's going to be short. The first syllable says pie. The second syllable says thon. Put it together. The word is python. Say python. Python is a type of snake. Let's do the next one. We're going to XRY, arc RCL, XRO, XRE. We have a blend following our first vowel. So one will run and follows decoding skill 1. Our I is going to borrow, or Y is going to borrow the sound of I. It's going to be long, and that's going to make the S sound. Our E is going to be silent, and our O is going to be long because that follows phonetic skill 4. The first syllable says side. The second syllable says clone. The word is cyclone. All right, let's do this last word. We're going to XRA, XRY. Come back to our A. We have 2 consonants. It follows decoding skill 2. 2 will split. This first syllable follows phonetic skill 1, so our A is going to be short. This Y is going to borrow the sound of E, and it's going to be long because it follows phonetic skill 3. We have a CE, so we're going to have a rainbow S. The first syllable says fan. The second syllable says C. The word is fancy. Say the word fancy. She had a fancy dress. Now let's read these words. Phantom, rabbit, campus, open, tennis, moment, silent, predict, remain, even, athlete, inside, inflate, repeat, between, digest, replace, happy, phony, gymnast. Let's read the sentences. He is a student and a gymnast. The class was silent, but only for a moment. Tyrone thinks the phantom is a phony. How fast does a rabbit digest lettuce?